Look what I added on here for you and Mima.
Dick Dog and Smokey.
So we got Dick Dog and Smokey on the soundboard, but I got everything like organized on here now.
Yeah, I like it.
And then I added some words.
I can't be Smokey anymore.
I know.
Dick Dog and Smokey.
Now it's just a couple of Dick Dogs over here.
Yeah, I can't be Smokey anymore.
And then we have a yes and no on the soundboard now. If something happens, we need a yes and no.
That's a bingo.
I figured that's perfect from this movie.
Okay,
and
there
then,
we go. Yes.
And then some
there
Adolf.
you go. Yeah.
I do want to ask too before we get started. Do you have the NFL pick stuff ready for the end of the pod?
Yeah.
Or at least can you pull it up or whatever?
Yeah.
I do have sounds for when we get to that I'm pretty excited to use some of those.
Okay.
So.
Okay. All right. Very good.
I got a feeling by the end of it you're gonna be going.
Shut up, bitch.
But
yeah,
we'll see.
Maybe.
Winning.
Maybe. Well, I figure we'll just start with this since we're gonna do NFL picks. Still don't have my car.
You still don't have your fucking car?
No. And I have yet to even hear from them as to what is wrong.
They haven't even contacted you, been like, hey, we haven't gotten to you, but you're still on the list. Nothing.
A different department called me on Monday, and they said, "Oh, hey, the loaner car we gave you, we got a notice from corporate that we need to put that up for sale. So can you bring that in tomorrow?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's probably fine, you know." They're like, we'll give you another one, and I'm like, okay. I go,
was it at least a good car still that they gave you?
It's a brand new Honda Ridgeline. It's one of the stupid trucks or whatever.
Well, so at least they didn't steal your car that they gave you and then give you a shitty one again.
So I'm just like, okay. So I go, that's fine. I go, I'll bring it by tomorrow afternoon when I get off work. But I'm like, can I get like an update on my car? Like, what's wrong with it?
Yeah.
Have you started fixing it? Do you even know what's wrong with it? Like, and she's like, oh, I'll have your service advisor call you today. So end of day, Monday, nothing. I didn't get a phone call.
Wow. So
I text my service advisor Tuesday morning, and I go, hey, just looking for an update, you know. Nothing by the time I got in there to drop the loaner to get the new loaner.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, okay. So then, you know, they had it like ready, and it was like, here's the paperwork, sign here, sign here, sign here. Here you go. Here's the keys. Have a great day. And I'm like, I'd like an update on my car. And they're like, oh, your service advisor is not in today. So I'll be sure to have her give you a call tomorrow morning.
What the fuck?
And I go, this is like ridiculous. I go, this is getting out of control. And she's like, I'm so sorry, you know, whatever, eat a piece of dick, fucking whatever. So I'm just like, okay, dude, I'm like, get irritated. So then yesterday I text the service advisor, hey, you know, just looking for an update here. She texted me back like a couple hours ago. Sorry, I've been out sick. I'll see if I can get an update sometime today.
So because she's been sick, oh shit, and then she sniped you.
Dick Dog and Smokey.
But she's been sick,
like,
so your car just can't get fixed at all because she's been sick?
The thing that I found out when I took it back, her husband works there, and he's the mechanic who fixed my car. So I don't know if he's been sick too.
It's a fucking conspiracy theory.
You're such a
So I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
Like, this is out. This is insane.
That is horrible service on their part. They're so lucky that you're being like very nice about it too. Like, hey, I just want an update. Thanks for the car.
Yeah. I mean, you know, like I said, I'm thankful to have a loaner car so I can at least get around. But still, like
how long has it been now?
I dropped it off the Saturday before Labor Day. They've had it for 10 days, and I haven't even.
They haven't even looked at it. It's probably just sat there the whole time.
I don't know if they have. That's the thing. I don't know. But like, I would, you know, I just want to know, like, hey, you know, this is what we found. We're doing this. It's going to take, you know, we're swamped, or, you know, we're shorthanded, or, you know, I don't know. Fucking, we're ordering you a new car from Japan. Fucking, I don't know.
We've been building you a new car. It's a surprise. We didn't want to tell you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kiss my pee-pee. Oh my God.
Wow.
That's what are you eating? What are you snacking on?
A little birria taco.
Oh, what's on it?
It's just birria beef and not period beef, birria beef.
Ugh.
I don't know if they're from Costco. I think they're from Costco. Costco or Trader Joe's, one of the two. But they're pretty tasty.
That's pretty
just,
nice.
You know, a little simple. Yeah.
Do you do any hot sauce on it, or just straight up eat it?
Yeah.
I'm a sauce boy. I gotta drown it in sauce.
Shut up, bitch.
The only taco sauce I like is Jack in the Box taco sauce.
Really?
I could drink that shit. I love Jack in the Box
You should
taco
just drink it one pod and just see.
It's so
see
it's so good. It's so good. It's stupid delicious.
So
you ever had Jack in the Box? You've had Jack in the Box taco sauce?
Yeah.
You don't like it?
No, I like it, but I just wouldn't drink it.
Oh, I love it. It's so good.
You want to get into some Inglourious Basterds?
Sure.
This one, I kind of forgot how long it is and how much of it is legit. You have to pay attention to every scene because it's subtitled and not like you can't be like, oh, listen to this part while I text someone or whatever. You have to have eyes on the whole screen.
I got some random facts that I pulled.
Oh, okay, I like that.
The one that I remember off the top of the dome, 30% of this movie is in English.
Oh,
that's
shit,
it.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, only 30% of it is.
That's so.
Only
that's
30%
cool, though. I like
of the film
that.
is spoken in English. Yeah, because I like this movie. I liked it. We'll start off with that. I've always liked it. I love Christoph Waltz character, and I love Brad Pitt's character. They make the movie for me.
Any
both of those
scene they're
characters
in, you're fucking locked in on them.
Amazing. But I was sitting here thinking, I'm surprised I like this because it's fucking annoying as shit.
Yeah.
That you literally have to sit here and read because I can't fucking speak German or French. I'm like, God damn. So I don't know. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I like this movie. I've always liked this movie. But yeah, and there are parts where I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, dude, enough with the talking. Like, and I know that's Tarantino, whatever.
Did you care?
I don't know if I'll ever watch this movie ever again. I'll just put it that way.
Or if you do, like, it'll be like you'll just watch Christoph Waltz's parts, and then
it'll be like we're flipping through channels and like, oh, it's at an interesting part, and it just catches. But I'll never be like, hey, I'm gonna sit down and watch Inglourious Basterds.
I kind of get that. I kind of get it. It's a whole lot to deal with. it's a lot to take in. And I don't give a shit about the war dude falling in love with the theater lady and all that. Like, I like her. I don't give a shit about him. I find his stuff so boring.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it was just him trying to add another layer to it.
Yeah.
The one thing that I thought was crazy at this, they actually cut 45 minutes. This was 45 minutes longer.
I watched a video this morning that was talking about
it. Oh my god!
And it was like at the premiere, it was like longer. So everybody at the premiere got to see the longer version, and then like they went home and edited it down.
Yeah.
That is insane. I wonder.
45 more minutes.
Did you see what it was?
What could they have added? No.
Yeah.
It just says before having to cut roughly 45 minutes of the film, Tarantino's first draft of the script featured multiple scenes that were eventually axed from the final product. He did film the scenes, though it's speculated that he intended to use the footage in the future, perhaps in the form of a prequel, but in my opinion, that will never materialize. One of the cut scenes was a rather gruesome one with Donnie the Bear Jew. Yes, more gruesome than the spectacle with the baseball bat. Jesus. It says near the middle of the film, when Bridget von Hammersmark gets shot in the leg and placed on the table with a veterinarian, Donnie forces the vet to help Bridget. What were Donnie's tactics of persuasion, you may ask? Shooting two of the kenneled dogs sitting in the scene in the background.
Those dogs were so fucking annoying in that whole scene.
No wonder why they cut this moment from the film, but you can actually see the two dead dogs lying still in their cages within the final cut. So
interesting.
Yeah.
Did that bug you at all? That like you're watching the scene and you just hear like, arr, arr.
Yeah,
and the dog's just going fucking crazy, like for like 5 minutes.
I know. See, and that's the stuff that, like, you know, I'm not a huge like movie critic or like a movie fanatic. Like stuff like that, like in my eyes, it's just like, oh, this is like just Tarantino like fucking with the fans. He's just in my head I'm just like, yeah, he's just like fucking around like, oh, look at this, like I'm gonna fucking put in 5 minutes of loud fucking barking dogs and sniffing and scratching, and so I don't know. In my head, that's what goes through my head. I'm like, what are we doing?
I really hope that's the case, that he wasn't just like trying to make it seem like, oh no, the dogs are here, they'd be making these noises, we gotta add that to the scene. No, it's like, let's just see what people will actually deal with here.
Hold up.
let's see what they'll be like. Oh, Quinn's a genius for this.
Well, because I mean, if you think about it, there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you gonna do? Tell the fucking people not to go see it because there's a 5-minute scene that fucking dogs are barking?
True.
You
I
sound like
will
a fucking
not see
idiot.
this fucking movie because the dog is barking and an hour and a half in.
Want to shut
Well,
up?
the funny thing is, if you told someone that, they'd probably be like, "You're fucking crazy." They're gonna go see it just because you told them not to go see it because of fucking there's a 5-minute scene of barking dog.
True.
Shut up, bitch.
Now we just got there is no dogs in the movie. You won't even like it. You gotta let it.
But you would think that you could have
Yeah.
like turned the fucking audio down a little bit.
Yeah. No, it was a bit much. There was times where I was like, wait a minute, is my dog behind me crying? Like, what is
No, I
going
know.
on here? So what are some of your favorite bits of Inglourious Basterds?
I mean, you gotta love the bear Jew.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm still
I
so
love-
curious to see what that part would be like with Adam Sandler too, because he was originally
I
supposed to
don't-
be him.
I don't. Think,
I feel
I
like
don't know.
it wouldn't have been it. The interesting thing is though, like that character, like he looks tough, but he always kind of act like, especially like the way he puts his voice on and all this shit. He almost reminds me of Morty and Rick and Morty, where like he's kind of a little bitch.
Teddy fucking Williams knocks it out of the park. Fenway Park on his feet for Teddy. Fucking ball game. He went yard on that one. On the fucking Lansdowne Street. You.
So I don't know. I thought that was weird. So I felt like Adam Sandler could work in that, but I get what you mean, where it would be really weird with Adam Sandler in that part. Like him just beating a dude to death and then just like laughing and talking about being from Boston.
Well, I mean, like the thing. I mean, up until literally Uncut Gems, I mean, Sandler was just in dumb shit comedies. I mean, that's what he's known for. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Not to say he couldn't. I thought he was good in Uncut Gems.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't necessarily think the movie was all that great, but I did.
Yeah.
I mean, I
No,
thought
I agree.
he played a good role. So I mean, I guess that's the thing. You know, I guess you just get used to somebody's role, and so I mean, it's easy to go, oh, I just couldn't picture it. But I mean, he could have fucking killed it for all we know. We'll never know. But it is one of those things where you're like, well, you know, we can talk about it.
Yeah. It's interesting, too, because Eli Roth played that role. He was supposed to be a completely different character and then took on that and became a whole thing. And so it is interesting, like, there's a version of this movie where Adam Sandler's that character, and then at the end doing shit at the theater, and Eli Roth is there doing something else. It seems like there's a lot of different versions of this with that.
Well, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago or before I went on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
He almost didn't make this movie because he couldn't find anyone to play.
Oh, yeah.
What's his name? Hans von Dole.
Christoph Waltz's character, whatever his name is. But that's also insane because that character feels like it was written specifically for Christoph Waltz.
He killed it.
No one else. I don't think anybody else in the world could play that role except for Christoph Waltz.
It's Hans Landa. Yeah, and he killed it.
Yeah,
I mean, he really did.
He's the first actor or first anything to win an award for Quentin Tarantino. Or not just an award, but like it was an Oscar or something for a Quentin Tarantino movie.
One of my favorite scenes, it's probably my favorite scene, is the opening scene when he goes to the house.
Good. Yeah.
And he's like talking to the guy, and he's like, you know, sounds like he's his best friend, you know, and then he's like, you know, by the end, he'd basically broken him down, and he's like, you're hiding, you're housing, you know, Jews. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, under the floorboard? He's like, yeah. And he's like, all right, I'm going to change to French, and you're going to tell me where they're at.
Do you think that the whole part he planned that, like,
so
with
crazy.
the English and all that? Do you think he planned all that because he knew they wouldn't hear, like, everything in that entire room was planned? That's what I thought,
Absolutely.
Too. Yeah,
absolutely.
I do kind of like that in a way, even though like he's a piece of shit and he's hunting down Jews and all that. I kind of love that he turned it into a game where he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go in this house and I'm just gonna fuck with this guy. I'm gonna drink his milk. I'm gonna say hi to his daughters, and then I'm gonna get these people fucking killed under the floor."
Yeah, and then just annihilate, you know, shoot the floor.
Yeah,
and I love that he pulls out this massive pipe the size of my head.
That's a
like,
Sherlock Holmes. That's Sherlock Holmes's pipe.
Fucking hilarious. It's so fucking funny.
I saw a video this morning. I saw the video this morning that it is exactly Sherlock Holmes's pipe. So
that's
it's
so funny.
Like he's like a Nazi Sherlock Holmes, basically.
Yeah, I mean he's smart.
Kind of fun. I would watch that.
He figured out a lot of shit. I mean with the actress at the end. She, he's like, oh, he chokes her out because he fucking knew that it was
Yeah.
her. Like
Which
he's
another
smart.
that's a
He's
Quentin
really good at
cameo.
his.
Quentin cameo
Yeah.
right there with the strangling. It was his hands strangling the woman.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun. I also saw too another Quentin cameo. He gets scalped in the opening of the movie, or like when they first show Brad Pitt's team, whenever that's at. You can see him like wiggling on the floor.
Which I mean, I get it, but at the same time, it's like I don't know. I think it's cool, but at the same time, I think it's kind of cheesy. But I don't know. That's just me.
Which part?
If I was a fucking
like
cameos.
his cameos, yeah. No, I get
Yeah.
the worst one of all time isn't Django's next, right?
Maybe
I think Django's next. We will look it up at the end, but
I'll look it up right now.
The worst
Keep talking.
one is Django, I think, when he's like the Australian at the end and they have him all in the cage
yeah.
and all that. That is the worst Quentin cameo fucking ever.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people. Well, he didn't direct it, but he cameoed himself in From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, true.
Taking like the tequila off of Salma Hayek's foot. I guess he has a foot fetish in real life.
Yeah,
and supposedly they shot that scene like 45 times.
I've heard that rumor too.
That's,
I know he says
that's
no,
creepy as shit. Yeah,
but I've heard against that.
Yeah,
I've also heard him too say like I don't have a foot fetish. I just know good cinema. I just know how to film a foot really well, and it looks nice. Which I got it in this movie when he filmed her getting her shoe taken off, and then take the one out of the bag and it fits. That I guess I get is good cinema. But sometimes you're just looking at someone's feet because he likes their feet.
Yeah, Django is next.
That's exciting. I love Django.
I do too. I will be. I'm excited to watch. I mean, not that I wasn't excited to watch this, but
yeah, no, I don't think like there was bits of this like when it gets to the theater relationship and all that where I'm like, this is entertaining, but I don't care as much. I don't think there's anything in Django I don't care about.
It got really boring to me when he meets her outside of the theater and then like she's sitting there or whatever at that cafe and she's like just reading the paper and he walks by and then she goes to leave and then they basically force her to get in the car and then he's like, oh, thanks for accepting my invitation. I'm like, okay we could have made this like an hour and 40-minute movie. It would have been dope.
He was looking for 45 minutes to cut after the premiere. What about right there?
I can't imagine what another 45 minutes of this movie would be.
Yeah, really. I
mean,
there's
it's crazy.
So much to it
and
already.
I know I'm probably gonna get shit on, but I don't really care. Like, fuck off.
I wish a guy would take a dump on my chest.
Yeah, no. But yeah, I I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. The older I get, the more it's like, okay, like I don't have time to waste. Like I feel like
you
know what I
didn't
mean.
Need those 5 minutes in this scene. You can move on.
If there's no importance, like and then, I don't know, like little things I find hilarious, like when she's like meeting all the people at the thing, and like the dude's railing that chick, like that shit cracks me up because I always forget about that. I'm like, oh shit, like I'm like okay, but like just little shit like that, but. The other thing too, and I know he does it to show like like a flashback while they're explaining or whatever, but like that shit drives me nuts because it's like you're just watching the same shit, like like over and over and over.
Sometimes,
and it's cool, but at the same time, it's like we've already seen this. You've already talked about this. You've explained it. We've all created it in our head, and now you want to show it to us. Well, don't fucking tell us about it.
I hate that.
It bothers me.
I hate it too when like you do that and like they flash back to the exact scene. They show you like so like it shows like oh they've changed emotions here or whatever. Like they even do that in The Last of Us in the first episode where he like protects someone when he goes to protect Ellie at the end and it reminds him of getting shot in the beginning. Yeah, you're like I know he's thinking of his daughter. It's the same situation.
Like, I don't need to see the 4-year-olds fucking watching a show.
Yeah, we get it. I just complained about this a little bit. Something like this in the Ahsoka show. That she was doing something and it was very similar to like another show that they did. And
did you post a TikTok about that? Because I feel like I saw.
I posted a couple things about it. Yeah.
Okay.
But what was? Oh yeah. So she was doing something like the show, and while she's doing it, it's very clear what's going on. They cut to a little kid being like, "Oh, she's doing this thing like that guy, just like you used to tell me about, Mom." Just like to explain it to the audience, and I was like, "Yeah." Oh, this scene was so much better until you cut to the little kid explaining it to me like I was stupid and I didn't know what's going on. I hate things like that.
It's crazy.
And I
It's
know
like, what are we doing?
It's for general audience people that don't understand that, so like they gotta do it a little bit. But a lot of things get away with not doing that, and people are fine.
Well, yeah. How many people who are uneducated about the movie, or who are, I don't know, the PC slow, going to see a fucking movie? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100%. I feel like
I don't know.
it's just I feel like it's the easy way to go through because it's like, oh, people might not understand this. Just throw in a little flashback scene there. Now they'll get it. But it's silly.
Another little tidbit. This was the first Tarantino movie in which an actor won an Oscar. I'm sure you knew that.
Oh yeah. Christoph
So,
Waltz. But didn't he win? Wasn't he the first two to win? Doesn't he win one for Django as well? I think he does win an Oscar for Django too.
Because that movie, Django, is. I mean, I fell in love with his performance, like in there, like everything. Same with this one.
Yeah.
Literally played it to a fucking T. Like I would watch Christoph Waltz take a shit every day. Like he plays it that well.
Yes, if he was talking while he was taking a shit, I would join you watching that.
No, yeah, exactly, right?
He's just so entertaining.
He is.
Especially that last scene when he gets all giddy and he's talking to Brad Pitt and then like he's trying to make the deal, everything with that. It's just so he's so entertaining to watch.
It's wonderful. Another tidbit, this was Tarantino's highest grossing film at the time of release.
Oh, wow. Do you know what was before this? Did it say?
It just says at the worldwide box office, Inglourious Basterds garnered $321.5 million in total. The film made Tarantino's highest grossing film at the time, surpassing Pulp Fiction of 213.9.
Wow. Pulp Fiction.
Eventually surpassed by Django in 2012 and again in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood made $425.4 million at the box office.
Winning.
I'm sorry. Django made $425 million. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood made $377.4. So
it'll be
his highest
movie.
grossing right now is Django at $425.4 million.
Yeah, nice. I wonder if his last one will surpass all that or not because it's his last one. Like if everyone will rush out to see it, you know?
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, obviously, I don't want to call him a liar, but I could totally see him doing more.
Wake up, Daddy.
One more movie.
Yeah, I can see it. Or he says like he might do TV shows and shit too. So it's not like he's
that's
not going to create. He might do something else.
Yeah, you never know. He might do one more and be done. You never know. But he very well could do one more and go, I fucking have this genius idea and I can pull it off.
Yeah.
And I can make a shitload more money. I don't know. We'll see.
That's true because all he has to do is like have an idea that he thinks outdoes something else he's made, and I think then that'll push him to want to do it.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Yep, I agree, sir. I agree.
We talked about this a few weeks ago or in the beginning of us starting the Quentin movies, but did you see that this was the last one with his editor, Sally, I believe was her name?
Mm-mm. I remember talking about this, but no,
she died sometime after this, like after the premiere or something. So, going forward, they'll be edited by someone else.
Okay.
So we'll try to.
I typically don't pay attention.
I was gonna say I don't think we will notice at all, especially because Quentin's okay with it. But we'll see if anything feels different in Django compared to these other ones that we've talked about. Which it was really sad too.
Django's long too.
Yeah, the video I watched this morning on Inglourious Basterds, like at the end, it showed from like all of his movies, all the actors going like "Hi Sally" and like talking to the camera, saying hi to her and shit like that. And like Quentin talked about how it felt like a duo, like they were a team of like making his movies. So like he almost didn't want to make movies like after she died because he was like, she's so integral to the like his process and all that. Yeah. So it's kind it was kind of sad all of a sudden at the video that she died and all of a sudden just everyone's saying hi to her and everyone loved her and shit. And I was like, oh wow, okay, go talk about Inglourious Basterds.
Yeah. Right. No shit. Yeah, it's crazy how but I mean it makes sense. If you work with somebody and you guys have good chemistry and they have a feel for what works for you or what you like and what your vision is, there's no reason to get rid of them unless you have a foot fetish and you try to rape them or something.
Yikes.
Shut up, bitch.
Kiss my pee-pee.
Wake up, Daddy.
So I mean, I don't know.
What do you think of the Hitler death in this? I feel like we gotta at
it-
least touch on the Hitler death. You know,
it's cool. It's overkill. But I guess it's it's expected. I guess I don't know.
what do you think of his explanation though? Quentin says either the video you sent me or one that I sent you talked about him being like, "Well, I'm not like altering reality. I'm just saying if my characters had existed in this war at this time, they would have made a movie about this guy, and then they would have all been at the theater, and Hitler might have shown up, and they could have killed Hitler. There, it really could have happened." So
Yeah, well, I mean,
Quentin Tarantino thinks he knows exactly how to solve World War II.
I
And kill Hitler.
feel like he's a little cuckoo.
Hold up.
But then again, I feel like a lot of like celebrities are a little cuckoo.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, like, I guess, I mean, I don't know. I could have been born 50 years earlier, and I could have fucking killed him. I mean, I don't know. Fuck.
True. Yeah. No, it's just like
I mean, maybe I was.
It's-
Maybe we're all reincarnated. Maybe I actually killed Hitler.
maybe you are. Oh shit! You got sniped. Maybe you did. Maybe you're the soldier coming back who killed Hitler.
Maybe in your past life you were fucking what's his name? Fucking John Wilkes Booth.
Oh fuck!
Who knows?
God damn. That'd be weird. Imagine like you just found that out. You're like, what the fuck? I was John Wilkes Booth. Like like start having dreams of like you're going to a theater. trying to get...
I mean, you just never know. I mean,
isn't that how people remember their past lives? Is dreaming it? Isn't that what they say usually?
Fucking no idea. I don't know. I mean, it's funny because like I go through phases where I know I'll dream, but I can't remember them for the life of me.
Same.
And then
I couldn't tell you that.
I'll go through like a phase, and then it's like, holy shit! Like, why are my dreams like so like vivid, and I remember everything? So I don't know if it's I'm sleeping deeper. I don't know. It's too much for me.
Taylor has like horror. She has like nightmares, and she'll have like like dreams where like Ghostface from Scream is legit stabbing her, and it'll be like.
Well, it's probably because you guys watch
3 nights
scary
in a row.
movies all the time.
Yeah, probably. But like, I don't have nightmares from that. I don't dream about any of that
We're sitting in the backyard in the dark, watching a scary movie.
True, but I don't dream. So maybe she's just a pussy. I don't know.
Shut up.
Maybe she's a scaredy cat.
But yeah, she has horrifying dreams. Like,
I don't know.
She'll tell me, and they'll be like, "Oh my god, like someone was like chopping her head off and shit like that," and like just weird ass shit. I think
Insane.
the closest I've had to a nightmare was I got shot in the back of the head with like a shotgun in a dream, and like it was just like warmness coming down on me is what I remembered waking up to.
Did you like piss yourself? You think maybe?
No, I woke up and I was fine. It just.
What is that noise?
Is someone breaking in?
What is that noise? Where you going? Hello? Hello? I just hear hello.
All right, we have 10 minutes. Is something?
You want to do football picks?
Oh yeah, sorry, I was making sure something wasn't playing. Yeah, let's do some Pleeka's picks.
All right, football picks for Joe. Oh shit! He even got the intro. Wow.
Welcome to Pleeka's Picks.
I got a couple good ones on here.
All right.
That's men playing football, not men fucking. I promise.
Okay. All right. So we have Thursday Night Football. That's tonight. Okay.
Tonight.
The Minnesota Vikings visiting the Philadelphia Eagles.
Vikings versus Eagles. I'm going Vikings, baby.
All right. I am taking the Eagles.
Eagles.
Oh, you know that pick was good, Daddy.
Fly, Eagles, fly. All right. We have, let's see here. Colts versus the Texans. The second team will always be the home team.
Oh, okay. Colts versus the Texans. I'm going with the Colts. Go horses, baby.
Hold up.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the Colts as well.
Oh, look at that! I feel like I did a good pick there.
It's gonna be a little bit out of order because I'm actually doing this off of my ESPN, so it puts my favorite teams at the top. Giants versus the Cardinals.
I'm gonna do Cardinals. Let's go for our team.
He's taking the
Cardinals.
Cardinals.
You said that it's your favorite teams up there. How come the Buffalo Bills haven't been read then?
Well,
it's like
they're not my favorite team. They're not my favorite team. I'm gonna take the Giants. Raiders versus the Bills.
Oh,
Buffalo Bills, baby.
I got a soundboard button for that one.
I'm gonna take the Bills as well. I need a soundboard of you saying every team. So that would be
Oh,
fucking
that would be
hilarious.
good.
There's like 30 of them, so I mean, I don't know if you have that many
I'd have
keys,
to like make
but
so many pages.
that would be fucking hilarious. Ravens at Bengals.
Ravens and Bengals. Ooh, I'll go Bengals.
Bengals.
Yeah.
The Bengals, not the Bengals.
Bengals.
All right. This is a tough one. I want to take. I'm gonna take the Ravens just because I can.
Oh shit, that's because you can.
The Chiefs versus the Jaguars.
Let's go with the Chiefs.
Little Chiefies.
Yeah, little Chiefies. I feel like that's
All
a good
right. Fuck me. I'll take the Chiefs too. Chargers at Titans.
Titans. We're going a little
Titans.
Teen Titans.
I was thinking Titanfall.
Oh, yeah, that's better. Titanfall, running the walls.
All right.
shooting
I'm gonna
people.
take the Chargers.
Oh fuck.
It's all right. Packers Falcons.
Packers. I'll do Packers for Marsha and Jackson and everybody. There you go.
And
Willow maybe.
It doesn't Dick Dog like the Packers too?
I think yeah.
Dick Dog and Smokey.
Forgot I had Dick Dog on there.
Yeah, Dick Dog. Let's see here. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take the fucking. I'll take the Packers as well.
Oh, you know that pick was good, Daddy.
Yeah. Seahawks Lions.
Gotta pick those Seahawks.
This guy taking the Hawks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take
You guys like, orange juice?
I'm gonna take the Detroit Lions.
He's lying.
We have the Chicago Bears against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Do you call them the Chicago Bears because you don't like
I
them?
call any team in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
You like your panties.
Chicago
Yeah,
Bears. I'm picking the Bears.
You like your panties.
The Bears. They got butt raped by the Packers on Sunday.
Whoa.
Little hostile there.
I don't like my pick, but I'm going to take the Bucks just because I don't like the Chicago Bears. 49ers, Rams.
Rams. I have to pick the Rams. I know.
I know.
No choice there.
I know. I'm going to bite. I'll bite it. I'm going to get this wrong, but I'll take them too just because.
I was kind of hoping you were going to pick the other team.
Hold up.
Well, I'm picking them for Nick. So.
Yeah. That would
I'm
have been
picking
so
them
funny if
tonight.
you're like, well, I'm not going to follow through with that.
Jets. The Rams won on Sunday, by the way.
Angela told me because she saw your tweet or whatever about it.
Yeah. So, Jets, Cowboys.
We'll go Cowboys because I've been watching Westworld again. I bought the first season on Apple, so I can just watch it whenever I want.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Cowboys as well. You bit the bullet and bought it, huh?
Yeah, it was only $10, so I was like, whatever, I'll get the whole season.
Well, Abby just texted me. She said, "Tell Jerome something," but it cut off. Oh. So we did our fantasy draft the day before Labor Day. So you know how Mima bought the football jersey for Nick?
Mm-hmm.
Matt Gay.
Yeah.
She drafted Matt Gay for Nick.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Matt Gay is her cake.
I like that. That's good.
We got Commanders, Broncos.
I'll go with the Broncos for South Park. Gotta represent.
I'm gonna get. I don't know what that means. I don't watch South Park, so I have no clue. I'm gonna take the Broncos as well. Dolphins, Patriots. This is the shitty Sunday night football game. It's
I'll go with
unfortunate.
the Dolphins. I gotta represent them for some Dolphins.
I'm gonna take the Dolphins as well. Let's see here. We have 2 Monday night games on Monday night. We have the Saints Panthers kicking off at 4:15 Arizona time.
We'll pick the Saints. They can clear out those little cats.
So you think they're gonna come marching in, huh?
Oh yeah, they're gonna come marching in and kill them all.
The funny thing is I'm gonna take the Saints as well.
Oh, see, I know what I'm talking about.
And to end week 2 in the NFL, we have the Browns visiting the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Ooh, I'm picking the Steelers for Jerome Bettis.
I'm going to be naughty. I'm going to be naughty vampire god.
I am going to go with the Browns. It's probably going to lose, but hey, whatever.
Ooh, Browns.
So that is week 2 of Pleeka's Picks or whatever we're calling this.
Oh yeah, Pleeka's Picks.
I will keep track. at the beginning when we start the segment next week, week 3, I will update with our standings, and we'll see who does better.
All right, I like this. At the last 10 minutes of every pod, we'll do a little sports action.
Sports.
Hopefully you have the capability to fit this all on one TikTok. That'd be dope.
Yeah, I think I can. I think honestly we could do like 3 to 10 minute TikToks if we needed to.
I was gonna say I think I have which is weird because I have the capability of doing 10-minute TikToks.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Taylor told me the other day. She's
what?
like, I can make 10-minute TikToks now, and I'm like, do you even make TikToks? She's like, no, but I can make 10-minute ones if I want to.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, no, that'll be a fun idea, doing little sport TikToks on here and shit.
I agree.
The Star Wars ones have been doing pretty good too, so hopefully this does pretty well.
And maybe one day you can get Dick Dog on the phone and she can do a guest picker.
Yeah, she could do it. She would love it too. Every single time I'm over to her house, she keeps being like, I need to do a podcast with you guys. She could do it on Zoom from her own home and everything.
She could. Here's something that we could do.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime you beat me, we could call someone in my life or someone in your life, and they could just be a guest picker.
Oh, okay. I like that idea.
I think that'd be kind of cool. Yeah,
that's a fun idea.
Just, yeah.
I like
maybe
that
even
idea.
like Bobby California one day. I don't know. I don't know if she likes sports. I have no idea.
Yeah, if she doesn't,
I don't even know if she's alive anymore.
She could be fucking dead. Who knows?
Want to shut up?
Who knows?
I have no idea. Oh,
Who knows?
boy.
So yeah.
So then next week we'll have to talk about
Django.
who we won or who won this Django, and then pick our following team. Do you know when that Toy Story football thing starts?
I think it's week 4. I think it's week 4, I believe.
I'm gonna try that, and we'll talk about that when that comes out too. But how weird is that? They're gonna it's the exact same movements from the game, but with Toy Story people on Disney Plus going on. It's weird, but they're trying something new, so that's kind of fun. I mean,
they've done that Nickelodeon thing the past couple of years.
Oh, they did it with Nickelodeon people too.
Well, they they broadcast it on Nickelodeon, and they have like slime shooting all over the field when they score a touch.
Oh,
like it's not really
slime,
on the field, but yeah, it's week 4. Jacksonville Jaguars animated in Toy Story style during week 4.
Well, I'm gonna watch that 100%. It'll probably be stupid as shit, but I'm gonna try it.
I mean, maybe this will turn you into a sports fan. Maybe
I'll only watch football if it's Toy Story. Only watch it if it's Toy Story.
Could you imagine if you like tweet at the NFL and you're like, I hated football. I watched this game. I will only watch it going forward if
now
it's
I am
in
a
this
fan.
format. Yeah,
that'd be interesting. I wonder like how well that'll do, how many people will watch it, all that shit.
I mean, I just feel like it's towards children.
Oh, 100%. It's just a silly little gimmick, but
or people, like Disney fanatics who don't like sports or so, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh shit, we have less than a minute to wrap this up. So
Perfect.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Please. Oh, well. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. We'll catch you guys next week for more of the Pleeka's podcast.
We'll see, bitch.